Here we go. Cian Garrity and Lewis Goff, row number 1. Row number 2, Aidan Ingrata and Mehdi Lasue. Then row number 3, Toby Gale and Ryan Maxwell, the son of Scott Maxwell from Multimatic Motorsports in Canada, Martin Lichner and Tomoki Terashima, Mateo Radenkovic and Sebastian Koch, your top 10. Then Akinori Kikuchi, Nolan Lamore. Nolan starting well outside the top 30 in all his heats. The Frenchman has done very well. Row number 7 will be Ty Mahia from Bahrain and Matthias Kjellerup from the Netherlands. Now, Austin Gale, Isan Madesh, Tom Langlois, Devian Royce. They're the last drivers currently in the top 36. Xavi Suarez, Oliver Marak, Liam Flukiger, Tino Sidler. They're the first drivers on the outside looking in. Pietro Pons, Charles-Michael Visser. Now we're down to the real outsiders. The ones that are throwing that Hail Mary and hoping it doesn't get intercepted and return for a touchdown to the opposition. Tutti Suarez, who joined me in the commentary box for the first half of this meeting at the seniors, will be very nervous. His younger brother Xavier Suarez is 37th in points. Lights are out, we're off and racing. What a start from Cian Garrity. Lewis Goff was, well, he's slotted into second place, but he looked like he was caught napping there as we headed towards turn number 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, your run through the S's there is really what determines kind of where you shake out in this first lap. So Senior Max, single speed, a momentum-based chassis. If you get hung out to dry in those S's, it can get real nasty over there.
Yeah, we're on board with Aidan Ingrata, the Canadian, who is running just behind Mehdi Lasue in what is now 4th or 5th position, maybe a little bit further back. This pack, now this is where the action is, because these are the drivers. This is where desperation kicks in. In the point standings, these drivers all know they're going to be in the final. Yeah, they want to make a couple of moves as much as they possibly can, but generally it's all about just preservation. We've seen drivers retire and potentially either ruin a good starting spot or potentially even race their way out of the main event. So, Garrity, Goff, Lasue, the top 3, being caught by our camera car, Ingrata. Lasue passes Goff at turn number 5, and Toby Gale it rounds out the top 5. But, good. So, it's pass or be passed, isn't it, Ellis?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, you gotta be very decisive, and I think we've seen a lot of the lead groups actually fighting in these sort of preliminary races to the final, which they don't get their breakaway, and that 4-cart pack turns into 6, 7, and 8 very quickly. Yeah, indeed. Well, we've got 5 at the moment up at the front, led by Garrity, Lasue. Now, we saw Barbaroo being very aggressive in the previous DD2 race, and and he went on to win that. So sometimes you see drivers being ultra aggressive at the start because they know their their mechanic has made tweaks or what have you. Sometimes you say, why is he attacking so much? But there's a reason, isn't there? Yeah, there's always a strategy. Tire pressures as well, when we get in these night racing, can get kind of tricky. Balancing out the race length, but also not getting hung out to dry in that start. So some of these guys may up a little higher. They got the pace right away, and the others are kind of lay low and wait patiently until things start to get a little bit more chaotic. Now Toby Gale around the outside. Oh dear, Jackson Rooney, and there's a side pod off there. That belong. I do not believe this. The Belgian bad luck continues. Mateo Radenkovic has just dropped from he was 17th in points, and he's just dropped down to 31st in this race. What have Belgium done to deserve this? And look at that. There is no other circuit in the world where you can get that view. What is it like to drive, Ellis? I mean, the elevation here is something special. I've been very privileged to drive across a lot of circuits, mostly in Europe, with the Rotax E20, and this one is special. And I mean, a quick shot, Cooper Auclair, another fellow USA driver, is absolutely flying. He's right at the P20 on lap 3, so he is moving up there pretty quickly. Yeah, unfortunately, Charlie Smith, who was just at the fastest lap of the race, has gone the other way. Charlie was excluded from the race, and there is Jackson Rooney, number 325. Where did Rooney start? The answer
is, let me see, well, let's have a look there. Rooney was, I'm trying to find the New Zealand flag. He was down outside the transfer spots anyway. So New Zealand over, game over for New Zealand. Ty Mahia has dropped back. Mahia from Bahrain has dropped back as you watch the lead battle. Trying to keep track of who might be. Oh, and Goff at the inside. It's Britain battling all over again. Yeah, you watched last year's Grand Finals, didn't you, Ellis? So did the rest of the world, and apparently every time we see more than one driver at the front of a senior road tax race, we start to wince, don't we?
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, I think everyone knows exactly what they have to do this race, and we know that, you know, at the end of the day, you may share the same, you know, flag on the back of your suit, but once you're out on track, it is every man for themselves that it can turn very quickly. So seeing a little bit of muscle is there going through the last chicane. That can get really tricky. That little straight in between before you exit into that last corner is so short that it's almost enough to make a move, but not really. So any little ducks into there can kind of stack you up on the straight and get pretty hairy.
Okay, Kyle Lawrence has got breaking news for us down in the pit lane. What have you got, mate?
Jackson Rooney into the pits with a tyre delaminated, or sorry, off the bead on the left front. Jackson didn't go well for you there, obviously a bit of incident. Not in the greatest of moods, but a difficult go in the pre-final for you.
Yeah, no, that's right. Me and another driver just collided, and then yeah, the tyre popped off the bead. Nothing could really do there, but yeah, that's racing.
Chances in the final, Min?
Nah, that's long gone.
Well, hopefully we see you back here for the 2026 Grand Finals representing New Zealand. Thank you very much, bud.
And more problems out on track. That's Oliver Marak. And the number 3, 4, 5, I thought that was Piotr Borowczyk. Marak and Borowczyk, where were they situated? 39th in points for Marak, and Borowczyk was 63rd. So that has not gone well either. They are both now out of contention. Charlie Smith at the 25th. Cooper O'Clair, 22nd. So Madeira Denkovic is coming back up through the order. That's something Tino said. Oh, there was a cart on the inside line there. Stranded cart. That'll need to be moved. Goff has taken the lead. I didn't quite see where that happened. Did you catch that, Ellis?
Yeah, I think it got a little crazy through the S's there on that first sector. You lose so much time going side by side there. Those corners work with you when you're on the right line, but once you get that racing action through there, it is so easy to lose touch with the leader, as we see here.
Well, here we go. Into turn number 1 in front of a packed grandstand. That is a NASA panel. There's a NASA panel not on said wagon. I could tell you the number because there's no NASA panel. But the driver, is that number 359? Is that possibly Austin Gale? Let's have a look. It is Austin Gale. Now, that's obviously a technical flag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if he decides to wait for them to call him in, or if he keeps mixing it up out there.
Now, we are the Oliver Marak, Piotr Borowczyk incident. Marak has continued. Borowczyk has not continued. And I believe maybe a little bit of discomfort. Now, yeah, it's going to be. We're on board with Aiden Grata. We didn't see how the NASA panel fell off. I mean, the fact that he's still up in the lead group, that is really strange. You think it might just came loose and fell off?
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
I mean, usually a cart spinning across your front end is usually what kicks that off.
And it's usually gate followed by a quick retirement, isn't it?
So the fact that he's still up there and nothing seems bent, he's staying up in touch with the group is impressive. So maybe just a technical foul.
Alpha Live camera operative challenge. Please find the footage of said NASA panel parting company with the driver who still runs in 9th place.
It's an aerodynamic change on the fly.
Now, Gustavo Tutti Suarez is watching his younger brother, Xavier Suarez, currently up into 15th position. Could Mini Tutti make it into the main event? I don't have live chat anymore, unfortunately, but I do know that we were joined by commentary royalty, Sky Sports F1 presenter and Sky Sports commentator for the Formula 2 and Formula 3 championships, and Sky Sports F1 Kids presenter Chris McCarthy joining us. Chris McCarthy doing some fantastic work called the Purple Sector in the United Kingdom with Alpha Live. Chris also does an awful lot of good work for to raise money for racing drivers with epilepsy, which is very good. Kyle Lawrence is down in the pit lane. Kyle, be careful, we could cut away because it's about to kick off at the front. But Kyle, what have you got for us?
Right, Henry, I'm here with Max, Tino Sidler's mechanic. Tino, up from 22nd to 12th. Max, what does that do for your chances into the final?
At the moment, we're not really too sure because of all the drivers around us, but we're trying to make up as many places as possible. At the moment, the big gap between the front ones is massive, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to make any more.
So there we go, Tino Sidler, not sure if 12th's going to be enough to make it through. A little bit off the front pack. I think he needs a top 10 to go through, Henry.
Well, tell Stumpy that his wish could come true because the front pack are about to kick right off. Goff leads, defending. Lasue second. Garrity third. Tomoki Terashima, Toby Gale, the Gale brother with his NASA panel still attached. Followed by Maxwell, Langlois, Ingrata, Lichner, and Kikuchi. Top 11 going crazy, Alice.
Yeah, I mean, I think textbook to what we talked about right at the start of this is when that front pack keeps racing, this is what happens. We have an absolute crazy stack of karts. Every line is pretty much taken up by a chassis, so this is going to get really interesting. We'll see if even more latch on from the back as they all hug that inside line, trying to protect themselves up into that corkscrew before they make it.
Yeah, the 355, Kian Garrity trying to go right. That was never going to work there at turn number 8. He was always going to be shown the door. Let's have a little look. We've got plenty of people on the live chat. We're including our friends from across the pond at Kart Chaser joining us here as well. Hope you got your notepads out, lads. Love the guys at Kart Chaser. Very fortunate to work for them. Here we go. This is game on now, Alice.
Yeah, this is textbook karting. I mean, once that sort of second to last lap and last lap board comes out, it is fair game. And as we see, there we go, one's off.
Exit stage left, Canada. Is that Ryan Maxwell? It is. Maxwell just gets spat out like chewing gum. And didn't quite see what preceded that. Goff looking over his shoulder. Goff won his ticket in the Rotax with the trophy in Orlando early this year.
A little bump there.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's just had Matthew this week. Tom Langlois. It's a French 2-3. UK holding off the French again. Into the final corner of the penultimate lap. And still, I'm baffled as to why Toby Gale has not been flagged in. Oh, it's going to kick up now. 3 wide through the roller coaster. What a move. Langlois, take a bow, son. That was special.
That's just opportunistic.
Oh, it was Masue. No, it was Langlois. Sorry. What a move. Yeah, sorry, Alice.
Very opportunistic move there. Saw the chaos, just absolutely stuck his nose in right where he needed to be, and now look at that gap. They're just going to keep fighting behind him, and I think he's going to be able to be quite comfortable coming into the last sector here.
The short list for move of the event has just got a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And up into, Xavier Suarez now at the 14th place. Could Chile be about to get a driver into the final? And unless he's got invisible ink and he's just spilt it over his NASA panel, I'm Toby Gale. Finishes, he will not stay there. That is going to be a technical exclusion, I am absolutely sure. But there we go. What do I know? I'm just commentating. As you're now realizing, Ellis Piazza, that commentators, we don't know much.
I mean, listen, to be fair, you probably watch more of the racing than anyone out there, even in the stands right now. So I'd say that your gut is probably pretty good and a lot more emotionally stable than probably some of them out on track at the moment.
Thank you very much. I did not pay Ellis Piazza to say my gut is pretty good. Normally, people say my gut is too big and I should go on a diet. But there we go. Langlois, Lasue, Gale, Goff, Toby Gale, Garrity, Terashima, Ingrata, Lickner, and Devian Royst. Now, Tino Sidler up into 11th position, possibly enough. Let's have a look. Radenkovic survives. Xavier Suarez, Pietro Valpons. What a drive from Ruben Kernahan. Up from 34th to 18th, probably not going to be enough. I won't keep you, Ellis. You're about to go out, but we'll see you back for the final tomorrow, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely. Had a blast. Looking forward to take a look at, the race for all the glory. So best of luck to you as well, keeping up with all the action. And you'll see me out there putting on a show for you. Excellent.
Don't get that hot rod turned round again. And good luck, Ellis Piazza. We'll see you very shortly on track. The Electric Renegade, Elysium Racing, and Can-Am Ambassador. Look him up on his very, very popular. Now, this is the Weybridge, the drivers. Now, that's Austin Gale. So Austin, he is the Gale brother that finished with his, no. That is, well, I mean, number one, he's going to be underweight. Number two, he's looking a bit confused. Let's have a look at the highlight. Did a move and a half. And here is now the discussion. And I'm wondering if we can get a chance to chat to Austin Gale. We do need to speak and try and figure out, number one, why he wasn't given a technical flag. Number two, was he underweight? And number three, has he been excluded from that for not having a NASA panel on his kart? Questions, questions, questions. I can see Jen way down there. Will we get any answers? And there is Toby Gale. Toby is, I'm just going to quickly check. Toby is the younger brother. He was 24th in junior last year.